In 1987, God birthed Abiding Hope in Littleton, Colorado. And over the last 29 years, God has richly blessed our congregation. We understand that blessings are not something we're to keep for ourselves. We understand that God blesses us so that those blessings can flow through us out into the world. So in 2013, we convened a group of people, we called them the Vision Team, to begin to think and pray and have conversation around what is it that God is calling Abiding Hope to be and to do so that we can be a rich blessing for the sake of the world and for the sake of the greater church. That group met for about 16 months and finally came back to us at the end of 2014 with a decision, a vision statement for how we're to go forward as the church. And we're happy to say that at the end of 14, beginning of 2015, we approved this vision as a congregation. The first point of this vision is we want to become more effective in the ministries that we're already doing. We want to get better at reaching children, youth, and their families. We want to get better in creating a culture of life, drawing people into relationships and service and generosity so that they can be whole and well and bring wholeness and wellness out into the greater community. All of these things we've been devoted to over the past year. What we also feel called to do is once again return to being a multi-site congregation. We believe that God is calling us to replicate the great ministry that we're doing at Coal Mine and Sims out into other areas and other parts of the Denver community. But this time, instead of starting from scratch with a new congregation, we are partnering with the Rocky Mountain Synod and the ELCA, the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, to come alongside a congregation that is struggling. A congregation that at one time was thriving, but because the neighborhood has changed, the context has changed, they've slowly dwindled over the years. A congregation that has a fabulous facility, that's located in an area that has high potential for ministry. And the ELCA, the Rocky Mountain Synod, has identified some opportunities for us, congregations that are willing to partner with us. The third point of our vision is that we want to create ministry that reaches out into the Latino community. You know, sadly, the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America is the whitest religious organization in the United States. That is not something we are proud of. That is something we have to change. Well, we live in Colorado. And one of the fastest growing demographic groups in Colorado is the Latino community. Well, what if we were to partner with a struggling congregation, come alongside a struggling congregation that also resides in a community with a high percentage of Latino people? That is exactly what we believe God is calling us to participate in. Can we come into a community like that and create life-giving ministry that is multicultural, multidimensional, that's bringing together both whites and Latino people to work together as the Jesus community, as the body of Christ? The fourth important component of our new vision is that we create an Abiding Hope leadership initiative that reaches across the United States and around the globe. We recognize that there are others in the country and beyond who are passionate about growing the church, who are passionate about creating a culture of life through the Jesus community that impacts the whole of society. We want to find those people. We want to identify who are the other leaders, the amazing leaders in congregations, not just in the ELCA, but in other denominations as well. Who are the leaders of organizations that are bringing about lasting cultural change? How do we bring them together to network at a grassroots level, to build deep relationships, to share ideas, and to partner? Also, as students are graduating from Trinity Lutheran Seminary and being sent out into the greater church, How can we support them in their work? How do we help them to become the cultural architects that God's calling them to be so that they can be a blessing in their particular context as well? So, this is the vision that God has given us as Abiding Hope. This is the vision that we're working toward, and we need your help in living generously. We need your help in giving generously so that that mustard seed that God has planted, this mustard seed idea for vision and mission and cultural transformation of congregations, not just in our community but across the world. We need you to live a generous life so that this vision can be realized and all may experience real life.